On today's podcast, we are talking about AI. Not AI the answer, AI, artificial intelligence. Where's it going? What's it doing? And a bunch of good stuff, bad stuff, and all the in between. Hey, My Nate podcast starts right about now.
Get your mind right. Get your mind right.
It's a brave mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fame My Nate podcast. It's your boy Simbawi Nibayo Jr., aka TK, along with my man Omar Williams. We call him O, and Denise Obi, who's working in the background today. Oh, say what's up to the peeps.
What's up, good people?
It's another lovely Wednesday morning, and we are a week away from Christmas, and hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Took the month of November off to a degree. Well, off in quotations because things just got busy, and we were just like, you know what? Let's just go to December. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this new podcast. I know you missed us. We missed you guys. Before we get started, let's get our affirmations in and out the way. Y'all know how we do. And if you got it memorized or written down or whatever, let's get this started and get it going. Are you ready? Here we go. Today will be a good day. Today will be a great day. Today will be an awesome day. Today will be an amazing day. Today will be a phenomenal day. Today will be stress-free. Today will be a stressless day. Today I will overcome all barriers that want to block my progress. Today, all circumstances, issues, and situations will work in my favor. Today, all things will line up for my good. I am a go-getter. I am triumphant. I am victorious. I am an overcomer. I never lose. I either win or I learn. I take authority over this day. I will dominate this day. I will conquer this day. And everything I have spoken into this day will happen as I have affirmed, because I am more than a conqueror. Let's get it started. So, today we're talking about AI, artificial intelligence. And we're going to go straight through on this one. No commercial breaks, no nothing. Just go straight through. So, artificial intelligence, it is, as far as, I don't even say the U.S., not the U.S., the world is concerned, it's kind of something everywhere, and it's kind of not. U.S., we have some, I know for sure, Asia they got some over there. And other parts of the world that have AI software working for them, either in the forefront or in the background. And I'm gonna let Omar jump in on this because I know he's got some things he wants to say. But the question I'm gonna ask is, number one, actually I'll ask two. Where's AI going? And is it beneficial to us? Is it a threat to us? Or is it both? What do you say, Al?
To answer your first question, where is it going? I honestly believe because this world is about money and everybody's about the bottom line and trying to make more for the investors or make more for the CEOs and all that good stuff. I honestly think AI is going in the direction to displace people from jobs. I think they're trying to do so. Say just for lack of better numbers, say 1,000 workers puts this much output out. I think they want AI to take over them 1,000 workers, so you could put like 5 AI units and do 5,000, the equivalent of 5,000 people worth of work, which puts out 5,000 jobs. So I think ultimately that's where it's going. Two, you said, is it a threat? Is it good for us as a threat, or is it both?
Yep.
I think it's both. I think I think it's both. I think however you decide to use it, I think it could be good for us. I think it's going to give like people like us a lot of opportunity to be more efficient, get more things done. But it's also can be a bad thing where, again, back to jobs. Like if you've been working a job for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and then all of a sudden they come with this AI unit, it's like I've been here, I'm about to retire, and you telling me we gotta leave now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which has happened before. This is not new. It's happened before in other industries, but I think it's good and bad. I just think they gotta regulate it like they do everything else.
Got you. All right, so here are my thoughts on this. So, where's it going? I can't pinpoint it, and I don't know if any of us can really pinpoint it, but I think number one, I think from a job standpoint, it is definitely going to cost people their jobs. I do believe that, and I think we're already in that now.
Yeah.
It just hasn't gone to a level where AI is 50% of your workforce. It's kind of like maybe 15, 20%, something like that, 25. I think a high percentage of that we see are in grocery stores, where you have these self-checkout areas, and you have a lot of, grocery stores are replacing workers with AI software, self-checkouts. I'm seeing less and less people work the checkout line and more self-checkout lines. It's particularly, I'll say this, particularly at Walmart, especially a super Walmart. Now, of course, you got Walmart in general, but the super Walmart, which is bigger, you got self-checkout lines on both sides of the store. In the middle of the store, you got people who actually will check you out. And you may have 6 checkout lines that actually you can put people in, but you only got 2 lanes open.
Right.
But your self-checkout lines, you got 15 of those. You might only have maybe, 6 open, which I don't understand. I mean, I get it. Software can slow up if you have too much going on. I think that's going to be the one thing that AI is going to be a negative, is that if you don't have enough bandwidth or enough, space to kind of keep things running at a high capacity, you're going to have backed up lines. You're going to have, breakdowns, shutdowns from a technology standpoint. But then if you don't have enough people to check people out, now it's like you have these people who can check out, but you don't have enough people. Right. So I think altogether, yes, AI has already started that. You see it probably in the motor vehicle industry, even with vehicles. You have these self-powered vehicles now. You've got computers galore in all your vehicles now. I mean, there's no car you can't buy nowadays that is not run by a computer. Right. And that just makes repairs more strenuous, because now you got to have a technician work on your car that has to deal with computers. You have somebody working in the technology department working on your car, not a mechanic. Right. You know what I mean? Which now mechanics now get to lose. They get to lose their job, because now you got to hire a technology guy to work on a vehicle, not a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where we're going. Is it good or bad for us? I believe it is both. I believe it's good for us because it's a way for us to be more efficient. Because let's be honest, I mean, AI, it's pretty intelligent. Let's just call it what it is. It's pretty intelligent. It's not a human being that can rationalize and understand certain things, but it's pretty intelligent, to say the less. I would say it's bad for us in a way, because it's going to affect our economic status. People are going to not have jobs. Now, where do you go? What do you do for work? You're going to do Lyft. You're going to do Uber. You're going to do Instacart. You're going to pick up, one of these, other contract jobs to work. And that workforce it's not for everyone, meaning that everyone can do it, but how many people can actually do it and actually make a living off of it? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And whatever else you plan on doing. Now, there's stuff you can do. Thing is that you're going to have to find something that's not your trade or find something that's not what you're used to doing.
Right.
Whatever you went to school for, whatever you are good at doing or passionate about, if you can't create your own business out of it and survive and make it grow, it's going to be tough. So that's where I am with it right now, as far as what AI is doing. I do want to shift gears just a little bit. Now, before we do that, AI is also good with data. We've seen that with the NFL, sports
Right.
teams, NBA.
Right.
Like data is a huge thing now, and data is all over the place. Data is in education, it's in sports,
Right.
it's in production, it's in the fact that we have a new phone every 3 to 4 months that comes out. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
They've figured out how to keep people wanting more phones. Just bring a new one out every 3 or 4 months. Everybody gonna go and get it. It's just that simple.
Right.
You know, they figured out what it is we want to watch on TV. So AI has now determined what they're gonna put on TV based on what we watch, how we watch it, how long we do it.
And can I add to that, TK?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and it also, like with the healthcare system, like the data from that AI will help. Like, say if somebody needs a emergency transplant and they trying to find something, well, the databases are now talking so fast and it's artificial. You'll be able to find a liver or a kidney or a heart immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think with healthcare, it'll help us, even down to these watches that I have. Like it's pretty much a healthcare clinic on your wrist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's monitor my heartbeat, loud sounds. Like it's, again, I think in the healthcare industry is gonna do some good too. So it's not all bad, it's not all good.
Right. We got a little bit of here, a little bit of that there. I will ask this question. I'll throw a curveball in there before we kind of switch gears. Do we think, and this is a question for everybody out there, though we can't hear your answer, but for everybody out there, but for you and me, do we think that ultimately AI will be a good thing or it'll be a bad thing?
You know what? I'm gonna say it'll be a good thing.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
speak that into existence.
You know what?
Yeah.
After I asked the question, I was like, you know what? We might not want to answer that question.
Yeah. Let me just speak that. Let me speak life to that, man.
There you go.
It's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a great thing. You know, in the jobs that are going to be lost, hopefully, we could figure out other things people could do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. As long as we don't have an iRobot situation, we're good. We're good. So
yeah.
Speaking of iRobot,
that's a
I think it's very extraordinary that they have created these robotic humans that look lifelike, that actually have faces, facial features, motion. From what I've seen recently, I mean, you see stuff on Instagram all the time. The one thing that got me was when they showed I think there were 3 or 4 AI robots, you want to call them, at an NFL game.
At a game, you're on the sidelines, right?
And I was like, this is crazy.
Crazy.
I'm like, they're operating and moving as if they're actual people. They actually have faces on them. And I'm like, this is kind of freaky. And so my question to you is that, like, how should that make us feel? How should that make us react? How should that make us think or feel as far as like technology wise? Because it seems like there's almost like a no holds bar as to what AI can sort of kind of accomplish.
I would say this, man. It is kind of scary. It's like when you start dealing with the aspect of making robots look like actual humans with human emotion, with human movements, being able to do everything a human can do to the naked eye, I say, right?
And intellect too, like have actual conversation.
Yeah, actual conversation with the nuance of a conversation, not just hi Omar, bye Omar. It's like, hi Omar, how's your day?
Right.
I see that you look I see you look sad. Like, what? I look sad. What you, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that could get a little creepy, man.
Right.
Yeah. So like I said, that's real quick. I'll give you a movie for everybody out there listening. Look at a movie called The Creator.
Ooh.
That movie is, if you want to know where it's going, it could potentially go to that. It's
I have not seen that one yet, but I was actually, when I first saw the preview, I was like, I don't know.
Check it out. You got to check it out. It's just okay. I mean, the movie's just okay, but it on like for the subject of tonight,
Yeah.
it's the perfect movie.
Gotcha.
It's a perfect movie.
All right. Well, now I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first saw the trailer for it, I was like, man, I'm like, this stuff is getting out there now, man. But I'm like this could actually happen. You know what I mean? Like where you have, but then like I don't know how the whole plot of the movie or whatever, but it's like you have just these lifelike, machines. It's almost like a glorified Terminator. Not that I'm saying it's going to be like a bad thing, but it's kind of like a lifelike robot that's kind of like, hey, I'm metal on the inside, but I'm skin on the outside.
Yeah, and beyond Terminator, because like back to that emotion thing, like it's again, I don't want to give up, but they're crying, brother.
Yeah,
like sadness and like understanding that somebody just passed on. Like, what? You're a robot. Like in the movie, I get this one little thing. They got to sometimes say, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. They got to tell themselves that,
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So the last thing I want to say is this, and it's just probably going to be a short podcast today, but giving you guys just some info and insight, some value. I'm interested in seeing the not the bright side, but the side of AI where it's like, okay, this is something that can happen. We can coexist with it. It's not something that's going to become dangerous to us, or again, it is going to take jobs. It's unfortunate that's going to happen. It's happening now. Like I said, it's not like the workforce is 50-50, but there is like a 15-20, out there with of AI and computers kind of taking that percentage from people who could actually do the work. But I'm interested in actually seeing how maybe Amazon may utilize AI, because I'm not sure how they are utilizing it right now. Because right now, the production at Amazon, it's human beings that have quotas to meet each day, and those quotas are being met based on human numbers. But how Amazon has grown over the years, and there is competition out there now for Amazon. I don't know if you guys, this is a slight to the left comment here. There is competition. There is competition out there. I don't know how much it is, but there is competition. The name of the company is called Temu. TEMU. I don't know what's going on there, but anyone who's like, oh man, I don't know, I will say this: Temu is legit.
It's amazing.
It's legit. It's amazing, and you can find things on there that are like, wait a minute, I pay XYZ for this here, but on Temu I can get it for this much, and it does the same thing. That's interesting to me. I'm not going into detail about it because I'm not going to blow up no spots. All I'm saying is I'm interested in seeing how Amazon uses AI, because if they need to increase their productivity based on demand, and they feel as though that human beings can't meet that demand, will they switch to AI to meet that demand? And how much will that cost them to do that? And will it be in effect, because now you're depending on an electronic or a robot or AI to do this for you, as opposed to a human being? Or do you have to open up more factories, more warehouses to accommodate that? Like, how do you think that may affect Amazon?
Right. That's a question. I'm sorry. You asked a
Yes,
question.
I'm sorry. I didn't. Maybe I didn't say. How do
Oh,
you think
yeah.
that will affect Amazon?
Uh, so okay, I'll tell you this. I believe Amazon's using artificial intelligence on the software side. So,
Okay.
like, if you've ever been, you know how people say the phone's listening to them.
Yeah.
You Google something, now all your ads are that's AI. That's their version of AI.
Right.
Now I don't know how they would be using it on the side of the warehouse. I know they got technology in there that help them like pick orders or whatever, but like
Right.
I know they use it, and I think their software is called I think it's called AWS.
Okay.
So all
Gotcha.
that, like every time you see ad, or you could be talking about buying a Jeep, and all of a sudden all these Jeep ads come up, or
Yeah.
so I think that's how they actually use it now. I'm sure there's more stuff, but that's the only way I know how to use it now. But I just think that they may have to figure something out, because like you said, the competition is coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they the competition is using the same exact AI that they're probably using, if not better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I will say this too. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't done any extensive research. If I'm not mistaken, Temu, I believe, it's a Chinese or Japanese run company, I believe. So let's make one thing very clear. They're 7 years ahead of us in technology. If they figure this out, there could be some trouble. If they figure this out, there could be some trouble. And I have a number of people that I know that kind of like, oh, man, I don't know about Temu, man. I don't know. I'm like, dude, it's legit. I'm like, I've ordered a number of things from Temu, and it's legit. It's not name brand. It definitely ain't name brand, but it's legit. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So, any final thoughts on our topic today? Oh, you want to put out there?
Well, since I'm the stock guy, let me give you. Since we got Amazon has one of the AI places, you can invest in Amazon as AMZ. AMZN is the stock ticker, and if you want to invest in Temu, it's PDD.
Oh,
Duo is the company,
I'm going.
and they got earnings tomorrow. So you're about to. I'm in it. I just want to be clear, to be open. I'm not an advisor. I'm not a fiduciary, but PDD is the stock ticker for Temu. The company's called Pinduoduo or Amazon. AMZN is the stock ticker for Amazon. Do that what you will.
Listen, you just got a free tip on a non-stock podcast. You might want to write that down. Just saying. And just for you guys who are wondering when we're going to do another, stock trade and invest podcast, we will do one in the new year. This will be the last podcast for 2023. So take this in, love it, repeat it. If you'd like to repeat some of your old podcasts, for the month of January, we're actually going to take January off, come back in February. We're going to work on some things in the background and get some things together. And just also, too, like, we're parents, we're business owners, we do things, or we even have jobs, and so we life happens for us too. And so the podcast here, we're doing this as a value to our listeners, and we want to give you guys the best value. We want to make sure you guys have the information that you need to make decisions in your own lives, have a good conversation, and let you know what's going on in the world that you may not know about. And so this is not our bread and butter, but it is something that we enjoy doing, we love doing, and we're actually entering into, I believe it's our 5th season in 2024. That's crazy. So thank you to all of you who have been listening, whether it's you're getting the audio rebroadcast, you're listening on Wednesday mornings, or those who are viewing on our social media platforms via video, whether it's on Facebook, on Instagram, or our LinkedIn page, or my LinkedIn page, or on YouTube as well. We appreciate all of you. Have a great, wonderful, happy, Merry Christmas. We will see you guys in February of 2024. Again, you can always reach out to us at 302-689-3499. Again, 302-689-3499. Or email us at fofmpodcast@frameofmindinc.com. That's fofmpodcast@frameofmindinc.com. Other than that, for myself, and Denise, who is in the background today running all the technological gadgets. Denise, we won't replace you with AI. We love you. Okay. Until the new year, we holla. Thank you for joining the Frame of Mind Inc. podcast. And as always, here at Frame of Mind Inc., think positive thoughts, say positive things, and do positive deeds. As our tagline says, think it, speak it, achieve it. See you next time.
It's a frame of mind. It's what you say and what you do.
Don't forget to check us out on the web at www.frameofmindinc.com, where you can browse our online apparel store, listen to some of our original music and production services, as well as view our videos and projects we've done for our clients and customers.